I transitioned at a time where the language was largely binary and that you were like out or you were stealth. And things have changed and language has changed, and so I am out, but I'm not sure that I know entirely what that means. I'm not sure who knows and who doesn't. I mean, in this moment in my life, in the world, trans joy is the opportunity to be out and be myself and be loved.
Running is the best thing I could possibly do for my mental health. I'm simply out there. My brain is kind of free associating. I would say I have actually some of my best ideas ever when I'm running. This idea for the trail running team, they just kind of came to me as, oh, these are the right people. Because they're runners, because they're trans, and also because they would just so gel as a group and we'd have a lot of fun together. We're all trans men or trans masculine or masculine of center in some way. We all love to run and we all love to have fun and we all love, love, love to be part of having fun with other trans people in a community of outdoorists. Being visible and sharing my story is a way to help people realize that trail running is something they can do. And you don't have to look like all the people in the magazines or all the people on Instagram, but all kinds of different people with all kinds of different backgrounds and all kinds of different bodies and all kinds of experiences can love trail running. It is unbelievable to be spending time in nature with other people who share my identity, doing something that I love. To know that other people understand when I talk about going to the bathroom in the woods, or that I can freely say, oh yeah, when I played softball, or back when I was the girl on the karate team. And it's no big deal because everyone has that shared experience. Over the past couple years in the US, there have been bills proposed in different states across the US that are all considered anti-trans legislation. In Texas, there was a statement made by the Attorney General that any adult who helped a child transition could be under investigation by the Department of Child Protective Services.
Living as a trans person in Texas is challenging. My family is there, my wife's family is there. I've got nieces, goddaughters. I've built a community around me, and so the idea of leaving based solely on the politics of my state is really painful. I'm frustrated with the politics and the politicians in my state, but I'm not angry at people that don't know any better yet.
Without being trans, I wouldn't know any of you, and without it's become a community for me. It's become a way of connecting with people.
Just athletics has always been so important to me. And I think now I feel I'm really thankful. It took a long time, but I'm really thankful that right now I'm getting to experience that in a way that is more true to who I am.
We talked a lot as a team about where we wanted to go, and we knew we wanted to go to a place where trans people's rights were under attack. And specifically, we felt it was really important to bring a group of trans people who are happy and joyful and proud and love who we are to a place who is scared of us. If you can put a face and a body and an identity to what trans is, it breaks down a lot of those assumptions and attacks, because all of a sudden you've talked to a trans person, you know a trans person, you've met a trans person, and guess what? They're just like you and me.
Oh, it was a nice morning. Why is Texas cold? I was told it would be warm.
Carrie?
Mm-hmm.
All right, 1836, right on time. There you go. Have a good race, and just remember to wear the wristband. How many laps are you trying to do?
You know, I'm gonna try to get through 3 and feel really proud of myself for that.
You know, one of the things that happens when you register for a race or you sign up for a team is you fill out all these boxes. One of them is your name, and usually one of them is your gender. And when I have to check a box, even if I get to check male, which feels very affirming to me and is how I identify, it gives me pause.
I personally identify as a trans man. I'm unlikely to check a non-binary box because that's not how I personally identify. I'm encouraged by the discourse because again, it's really just about talking to people to start to create some of that change and understanding that make trans less scary.
I hope that our team entering this race, running and being out as who we are and open about who we are, shows the multiple ways in which trans people can exist.
Hey, good. Good. I'm done.
If we can meet a couple people and change a couple people's minds, or even just make a couple more people aware of who we are and what is happening, that to me is a difference that is worth making.
Even if it's not universally across the board, being out, being loved, being respected, but having opportunities to be myself with the folks closest to me, for me is trans joy.
So